Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm doing my top 10 NBA power forwards of all time. Number 1 will be Karl Malone. The main reasoning behind this is he could score. Lights out score. But, I mean, he did have John Stockton, one of the best point guards of all time, also one of the best playmakers of all time. So, I mean, that would always be something that's going to help you. But he still was one of the best scoring power forwards I've ever seen play, and just anybody's ever really seen. And 36,000 something points at the end of his career, second on the all-time scoring list, is really good. I mean, he wasn't able to defend amazingly, but he could defend pretty decently. But that's mainly that scoring that I put him there for. Number 2, the Chicago. No. But he another reason Karl Malone's up there is because he led him and John Stockton led the Jazz to playing championships. He never won one, but in the Bulls days, because when the Bulls started going on a cliff, that's when he started getting older and started to retire. Number 2, Tim Duncan. One of the best big men of all time. Tim Duncan, really inside the paint, it would ruin your day. Any big man inside the paint that's trying to block inside the paint or do anything inside the paint won't be able to do it. They're going to pass it to him. Inside the paint, he's going to dunk on everybody. That's what's going to happen. And then he'd always defend amazingly, too. He'd defend like lights out. Nobody could stop him. Like, no offensive player was going to score on Tim Duncan. If you scored on Tim Duncan, like, what? You scored on Tim Duncan? And he also won a couple of rings with the Spurs. Number 3, Charles Barkley, rebound king, rebound. And then he could get in the paint and then get those points in the paint. And then he was really good defender because of the rebound. But he was also able to defend other big men in the paint. Could play offense in the paint pretty good. Could dunk pretty good. But he was really known for rebounding. One of the best rebounders the NBA has ever seen. Number 4 would be Dirk Nowitzki. Score. One of the first really, like, I'll shoot from 3 big men ever. Like, not ever, but he was like one of the original 2000 stretch bigs. Shoot from 3 or mid-range, he could do it. But he's really like given that like shot. He's never really been a good defender. Never really been good inside the paint, but I think he has over 30,000 points. And that's the main reason Dirk Nowitzki is as good as he is. Number 5, Kevin Garnett. Great defender. Great rebounder. Great defender. Amazing defender. Like, you have Kevin Garnett defending. What's the point in trying to play offense? When Kevin Garnett is there, what is the point in trying to play offense? What even is the point? What even is the point in trying to play offense? But, also, Kevin Garnett could score pretty decently. He'd get in the paint and score on several good big men. So, that was a high point. Number 6, Chris Bosh. I mean, a lot of people know his Heat days when he ran those 2 rings. Those were good days. That's when he had to turn into like a stretch big where he'd shoot. Because he had to do that. Because that's what LeBron and Dwayne Wade, that's what they needed. Shooting. And being that third piece on that team, that's what he had to do. And that's what he ended up doing. But he was way better on the Raptors, even though nobody remembers those days. That's because he was like the only player on the Raptors that deserved to be called an NBA player. Only player on the Raptors that deserved to be called an NBA player. And then he would just really be good inside the paint, like Chris Bosh. Inside the paint? Chris Bosh inside the paint? Yeah, I know. You don't normally expect it. But Chris Bosh would really, really good inside the paint on the Raptors. He'd go dunk on people. You don't expect that on the Heat because he had to turn into a stretch big. But still, he'd go and dunk on people. And then he could defend pretty good. He could defend really, 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 really good. Really good. And then he took that horrible Raptors teams into the playoffs a couple of times. So that's pretty good. But, he was always better on the Raptors, but nobody yet knows he played on the Raptors. Most people know his Heat days, but he did play on the Raptors and was much better. Number 7, Anthony Davis. Just recently, the Anthony Davis trade, like the biggest headline, one of the biggest headlines this offseason. Anthony Davis trade, getting shipped to LA, but really good on the Pelicans. I mean, you might say this is an overstatement because he's 25, but I don't think it's an overstatement because all those years on the Pelicans, he averaged over 20 points, probably almost over 10 rebounds, probably every year, like 2 blocks, like every year. Maybe only like 4 assists though, because he was never a passer. But I mean, he's a power forward. What do you want? What else do you want out of your power forward? One of the best defenders in the league. That's why I want to see him and LeBron play together. I really want to see him and LeBron play together. That'll be fun to see, him and LeBron play together. That'll be super fun to see. But also, Anthony Davis, he's also pretty good stretch big. Like, even though he doesn't play like it a lot, he could always catch a pass and shoot a shot. Number 8, Kevin McHale. Was just a really good player on the Celtics. I don't know a lot about him, but I just know he's a really good power forward on the Celtics back in the day. But I think Kevin McHale was decent defender. Always could score a little bit, so Kevin McHale's good. Number 9, Sean Kemp. Dunk, 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 dunk. Alley-oop from Gary Payton. Dunk. Alley-oop from Gary Payton. Dunk. That was him. And he could also defend. It wasn't just dunk, 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 dunk. He could also defend pretty good and score outside of the dunk, but it was always inside the paint. It was either dunk or inside the paint scoring, and he could always defend pretty well, which is a really good thing with the power forward. Number 10, Amar'e Stoudemire played with Steve Nash, obviously on those teams that never could win a championship, but made it to the Western Conference Finals, for 2 years straight. But he's always pretty good defender, always could score decently inside the paint. Obviously, he played for the Knicks, played for a lot of teams, really good on the Suns when he played. He was mainly good with the Suns when he played with Steve Nash and that team. But that's it for this one. If you disagree with anything, put it down in the comments below. Peace.